Hi guys, I'm Rick. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making a Dijon Glazed pork roast in a Wolfgang puck pressure oven. Okay, I'm going to start out with my dry rub for the pork roast. I'm going to start out with some garlic powder. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons. And as always guys, I'm just eyeballing here. And the garlic powder is starting to clump up a little bit, that's alright. I'm also going to put in 2 tablespoons of paprika. It's about 1.5 tablespoons. Okay. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of cumin. This is going to be a really flavorful, spicy dry rub on there. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of sea salt. You can also use regular table salt, that's fine. I don't think there's much difference in the taste between the two. Could be wrong. I'm going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And I'm going to use some coriander. These are coriander seeds. I'm going to put about 1/2 teaspoon in because coriander can be a little strong. Okay, now I'm going to get in there with my whisk and mix this all together well. Breaking up my garlic powder that clumped up on me. Okay, I have roughly a 3-pound pork roast here. And what I did is I got a big pork loin, was about 6 pounds. And I cut it down to a 3-pound portion here, and I cut the rest into pork chops. Put them in the freezer, have them another day for a meal. It's cheaper that way. And anybody who isn't new to my channel seen me do that before. Now I scored the top of my pork roast here, and I have the fat side up because as that cooks, that fat will render down through the roast. I'm going to take my spice mixture, getting it down in those cuts, and I'm going to rub it in there good all over the pork roast. And this here is going to really give it a good flavor. As that roast cooks, the juices will come out and mix with that spice, and that'll make it just really good. And I have a little bit of spice down on the bottom of the pan. That's fine because I'm going to put some potatoes in here then, and they'll pick up some of that seasoning from the spices down there. Okay, I'm going to load my pork roast into the pressure oven. I have it set at 350. I'm going to close my door, and I've just preheated. This is going to seal it to start the pressure. And I have my valve up here set on seal, so it builds up the pressure. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cook for 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes we'll take it out and I'll put on Dijon Glaze I'm going to show you how to make next. Okay, now to make our Dijon Glaze, I'm using the same bowl I did the spices, and that's fine. Why dirty more dishes? I'm going to put in 1/4 cup of olive oil, and I'm just eyeballing that. I'm going to put in roughly 3.5 tablespoons of water. This is just a rough guess there. And I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. And I'm just going to eyeball that too. Okay, that's about 3 tablespoons. I'm going to mix this up well and set this aside. And while my 15 minutes are up, we'll pull the pork roast out and we'll put this on top of it. Alright, my 15 minutes are up and I pulled this out. It's smelling good already. I'm going to get this Dijon glaze on here that I made. Just want to smear it all around on there. It's going to give it a nice tangy flavor in addition to the flavor of those spices that I rubbed on there. Get it all the way down on there on all the sides. Okay. Now I have some baby red skin potatoes here. I'm going to cook them right in the pan with the pork roast. And like I said, they'll pick up the flavors from the pork roast and from the spices on it. Just cramming them down in here where I can fit them. Okay. I'm going to add some white cooking wine to this. give this a little moisture to help those potatoes steam in the pressure oven. And as usual, that's my dog over there messing around in her food dish. And I have some asparagus here. I just wrapped it in foil and I seasoned it with garlic salt and some olive oil. I'm going to stuff that in the oven somewhere. So I'm going to put this back in the oven, and when it's ready to come out, I'll be back. Alright, my pork roast is done. I put it in for the initial 15 minutes, pulled it out, put the glaze on. I put it in for another hour. So it went for an hour and 15 minutes to reach 145 degrees Fahrenheit. It probably only would have took an hour if I want to put the potatoes in and put that asparagus in the back there. That's tucked in the back of the oven. And I cooked this at 350, the rack in the middle setting, and I had it set on roast. So I'm going to pull this out of here and let it rest for a few minutes, and then we'll cut into it. Okay, I let my pork roast rest for a few minutes. Let's cut into it and see how it looks. It's looking good from here, guys. See how juicy that is? Let's go ahead and fix up a plate and see what we got. Okay, I plated up my pork roast with the asparagus and those red skin potatoes I made along with it. So there you have it. Dijon glazed pork roast in a Wolfgang puck pressure oven. Give it a try. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see ya.